Good morning. I'm not sure if you can hear the background noise. I kind of hope you can. I'm in a little bit of a different setting this morning. I'm out on my front porch. It's one of my most favorite places to be, and at the bottom of my hill, there is some hardcore road construction going on. It happens every now and again to all of us. This has been day and night, night and day. Generators going, big, giant cranes. They're putting in a new bridge down there. And, of course, all of the real life junk that happens, I feel like God uses it to teach me things. It's like parables, He spoke about these stories. He told these little bedtime stories, and they were powerful, impactful, huge. Jesus knew how to do it, and it would cut people to the quick. I hope you can hear all the construction noises in the background, because I want to tell you what he's been saying to me about construction. Construction is the only way, pulling it down is the only way that you can build it back up, right? You don't put a new roof over top of a bad one. You tear the bad roof off, and then you put the new roof on. You don't put a new bridge over top of an old one. No, you tear the old one out and put the new one on. In Pittsburgh, it's pothole patching season, and you can patch potholes until you're blue in the face, but you have to just mill up the old asphalt and repave the road if you want it to do any good at all, and then it's only going to last a year or two in this climate. As human beings, so often you've heard it said, they hit rock bottom. I finally got them into rehab. They hit rock bottom. I hit rock bottom. I finally made the choice to go into rehab, or the pain just got so bad, I had to have surgery. I couldn't wait anymore. And it's interesting because I have heard people say, oh yeah, Christians say, don't worry, God works all things together for your good. And I've seen memes of people mangled in a car accident. Don't worry, God works all things together for your good. Listen, God doesn't want any crappy, yucky junk to come our way. But there are times when we walk out the obvious ending, right? If I'm an addict, to anything other than God and His Word, it's going to bring me down. And when I hit rock bottom, suddenly my eyes are open, and I'm like, God, I need you. Or I need to go into rehab. I can't stop drinking. I can't stop using. I'm addicted. I need help. I'm at the lowest point in my life. I need help. This road was going to cave in. It needed help. He has to tear it down before he can build it back up. And I was thinking about some Bible verses. Psalm 18, my favorite psalm. God doesn't come in that psalm, even though He's coming to help His beloved one. He doesn't come quietly. He comes roaring on thunder and lightning, dark clouds. So, we get under a dark cloud, and we think we're alone. We think we're forgotten. No, that's God's presence coming to help you. He's huge and He's frightening, but it's okay because He's for you, not against you. When He's tearing out the bridge, the construction bridge of your life, He's for you, not against you. When you hit rock bottom, you know you need recovery. When you can't take anymore, you know you need recovery, and he sees to it that it's done right. And I was reading another Psalm 29. And I just want to take a peek at it with you, if it's okay. In Psalm 29, the Bible talks about the voice of the Lord, and it reminds me of tearing down the bridge to put in the new one, hitting rock bottom to come into a place of recovery, labor before birth. I have heard it said that you will never be closer to death than just before you give birth. Psalm 29 talks about the voice of God. And when the bridge is being torn out, it's making room for the voice of God. And the voice of God breaks the cedars. The Lord breaks in pieces the cedars of Lebanon. The voice of the Lord is powerful. The voice of the Lord is over the waters. The God of glory thunders. The Lord thunders over the mighty waters. His voice breaks things up. It breaks things up. To hurt you? No. To punish you? No. To make way for the new, to make way for the good, to make way, to make room for his better, for his beauty. He turns ashes to beauty. But it takes construction. It takes all the noises and the banging and the jackhammering and the midnight tears, 24/7, working. And suddenly there's room for the increase. There's room for the new. There's room for the glory. Labor. There's room for the baby to come out. Labor produces that space so that we can have a beautiful baby in our arms. Labor produces the space to put the new bridge in. Being torn down by ourselves and our habits and our addictions produces the space to hear his voice, and he's in the entire process. His voice, like thunder, it splits the Red Sea. So suddenly we're like, what? Wow, God is doing something. He's saying something. He's working something out. And then Romans 8:28. And then we start to see, he's working all this together for my good. But first, he had to make room. First, he had to bring down the old structures that I thought were the good structures. And suddenly I see, no, they were not. And suddenly I see that his beautiful new structure is better. And it's exactly what he was making room for when I felt like my whole world was being shaken apart. When I felt like, how am I going to get across the creek now? There is no bridge at all. The sounds of construction are not fun. The sounds of construction keep you up at night. The sounds of construction drive you nuts sometimes at 4 a.m. But he is making a way. He is making a new, clean slate of our lives. So if you're in that season right now, where you're hearing the sounds of construction in your heart, or in your life, or in your body physically, in your family, in your relationships, if you're hearing those sounds of construction, take heart. Because the old is going, and the new is coming, and it is going to be worth every single tear, every single backup alarm, every single jackhammer, every single bright stadium light in the middle of the night. It's going to be worth it. He works all things together for good. And so check out Psalm 18 and watch the kind of power that God comes in. Check out Psalm 29 and see in the words there the mighty voice that comes out of God that makes room for what's new. And then in Psalm 32, I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you with my loving eye upon you. He's making all things new. And what do we have to do about it? It's simple. It's profound. It's probably one of the most difficult things that you or I will ever do. But when you get used to it, it seems easier and easier. We have to say yes. We just have to say yes. So this week, relax and know that these construction sounds are not going to last forever. And just say yes to his good work in your life. I'm going to say yes to his good work in my life. It's going to be a great week.